Hi everybody, it's Claire back with another art journal video, and in this one I'm using some products from Darkroom Door. So I'm playing in the craft journal. I'm just going to do a single page spread, and I'm starting off with some marine at the top of my page, just brushing that on. So this page has got no clear gesso on it at all. I'm just going straight in with the paint. Next I'm using blackberry and then finally turquoise at the bottom. I definitely have colour palettes that are my favourites, that are my go-tos, and they tend to be blues, pinks and purples. I don't often use the other colours unless I sit at my desk and consciously think, what colours shall I use? Let's try something different. It's quite difficult when you've got favourites, isn't it, not to keep reaching for them. But then I've come to the conclusion that actually, does it really matter? If that's what I want to do and it's what I want to play with, doesn't matter that those are the colours that I might have used every day for the last 6 weeks. I don't care, it's fine. So I've used a Darkroom Door texture stamp, and it's got these brilliant clock faces on. I stamped it onto some plain collage paper to create my own collage background sheet. Then I have cut it up, and I'm just sticking this onto my page using some matte medium. So this gives the effect of starting to break up that background, adding another layer of interest. So the mixed media art journaling is definitely about creating those layers for me in my art journal. Lots and lots of layers of interest, whether paint, the collaging, the stenciling, and then perhaps doodling and adding interest on top of those layers. I love that you can see all the layers building and working together. So then I'm going in with my next layer. This is the Squoval stencil from Dina Wakley Media. I'm going in with some turquoise paint, so I'm using one of the colours that I've already used on my background and just pulling that forwards in the stencil. Then I'm using this friendship stencil from Darkroom Door. I love the way the text comes through on the stencil on this one. I'm using white paint with that just to add a little bit of contrast onto my page. So then these stamps are also from Darkroom Door. This is a set called Be Bold, and they've got this fabulous figure on it. It's very striking. I'm cutting that one out. I'm going to add 3 figures onto my page, but I'm going to do them gradually getting smaller and disappearing off the page. We know that things work well in groups of 3 or odd numbers, and this is a page where that is the case. So I wanted to create a slightly quieter area for the image to be stuck onto. So you can see I'm just going in with a little bit of white paint on my blending tool. I'm just creating a calmer space, a little bit of matte medium, and then that's stuck in place. And then I'm going in with this texture stamp, also from Darkroom Door, and adding a little bit of stamping. So initially when I started, I think I was only going to use one image, and then I decided that once I'd done this bit of stamping that I would go in and add some more images after. So here I'm just using a bit of leftover collage paper, and I started off using the ink that was left on my stamp, and then went back and got some more because I figured I might as well finish it off completely, the collage paper. So that will go in my little stash to be used another time. So here's one of the other images. I'm just fussy cutting that out just so that that white halo has disappeared around the image, and then that's going to be stuck onto the page too, again using some matte medium. And then finally I'm just going to cut out another one of the first image, but just kind of chopped it off just on above just above the shoulders, just to create that kind of idea of perspective really, and it kind of leads the eye across the page too. Then I'm going in with my signature dots, adding some dots onto my page. This has the effect of grounding those images and just creating those softer edges really. So here I'm going for my quote. I'm using the quote from the Be Bold stamp set from Darkroom Door. I'm cutting up the first bit of it and the last bit, and then I'm going to be using the Ransom Alphabet letter set, also from Darkroom Door. At this point I hadn't cut the stamp set up. I have since cut it up, and so here I'm just stamping the whole sheet. I'm going to stamp it onto the printer paper and cut out the letters that I want, and then they will be stuck in place. So this was just about having a play with this fabulous alphabet stamp set. I've got quite a collection going now of different lettering sets of stamps. Lettering is something that I've always loved doing and playing with, and I think just having a little collection of stamp sets with different fonts on is a great idea, because it's a way that you can bring a little bit of variety to your journal pages too, particularly if you're not too confident with your own handwriting. So here I'm just cutting out the letters that I need, and I'm going to do the word fearless, and then that completes the quote. So then once I've stuck that in place, I'm then going in with another turquoise Posca pen, adding some more dots. You can see it just blobbed a little bit there. I must have been pressing on too hard. Just adding some dots there. So this complements one of the colours that I used on the background as well. It's just going to pull that out a little bit more. God, my pen was not behaving at all. And that's it for this page. So quite a simple page using lots of lovely Darkroom Door goodies. You can get hold of them in lots of different shops, especially in the UK. Thanks for watching. I hope you found some inspiration from this video, and I hope to see you again soon.